Good afternoon, class, and welcome to English language class. Today we'll be looking at the auxiliary verb. Don't forget, this is courtesy Lingual Global Academy. What is an auxiliary verb? Okay, let's start with the definition of a verb. A verb is a doing word or a word that indicates state of being. While an auxiliary verb is a verb that helps the verb in a sentence. So we have two things, the main verb and the auxiliary verb. The main verb does the main work, that is telling us what is going on, the action, or indicating the state of being in a sentence. While the helping verb is like the big brother that assists the little brother in the house. Furthermore, we'll be looking at types of auxiliary verbs. We have two major types of auxiliary verb, the primary auxiliary verb and the modal auxiliary verb. But for the course of this class, we're looking at the primary auxiliary verb. But just for you to know, the difference between the modal and primary auxiliary verb is that while the primary auxiliary verb can be used in some cases as the main verb in a sentence, the modal auxiliary verb cannot perform this function. Furthermore, we have different ways we conjugate the primary auxiliary verbs. There are three of them: the verb do, the verb be, and the verb have. To conjugate the verb do, we use did for the past tense, does for the third person singular present tense, done for the past participle, and doing for the present participle. For example, you say, I work on the weekend for an affirmative sentence. But you do not say, I work not on the weekend. That would be incorrect. You cannot say, I do not work. You can say, I do not work for the weekend to make this a correct sentence. Then, she lives in the country. Affirmative, that is a positive sentence. While it is wrong to say, she lives not in the city, but rather you say, she does not live in the city. This is a very good way of conjugating verb do. Also, we have the verb have. We conjugate the verb have with had for the past tense, the participle, has for the third person singular present tense, and having from the present participle. For example, I have lived here all my life. She has studied for these exams for weeks. They have tried to find a solution to the problem. I have already made my fortune when I was your age. We have seen that the results were constant. Now, these are different ways we conjugate the verb have. Now, the most complicated one we're going to look at is the verb do, because unlike the verb have and the verb do, verb be has 7 ways of conjugating it. Verb be have 7 ways of conjugating. One is am, used for the first person singular. For example, I am a teacher. We have the are, used for the first person plural present tense, second person singular or plural present tense, third person plural present tense. We have is, used for the third person singular present tense, was for the first person singular present tense, third person singular past tense, where is used for basically the plural tense for first person, second person, and third person. Being is used for the past participle, being for the present participle. When we talk about persons in sentences, person means who we are discussing about. For the first person, the person talking is the first person. The person I am talking to, for example, you, my student, you are the second person. While the third person is the person that is being referred to. The person that is being referred to is the third person. Further examples of verb be, we have you must be joking. This is a way of conjugating verb be. I am moving to Germany next month. I am talking about myself. Myself, not the second person. Myself. We are leaving tomorrow. This is the plural form of using, instead of saying I, when I say I am, we have two people, we use we are. We have she is wondering where we are going. She, the third person, the person we refer to, conjugated in the present tense,
and singular is we use is. For the past tense, I was talking to my brother yesterday. Was is also used, it's used for the past tense. Where is the plural form. We were looking for a new place to live. And finally, everyone has been worrying about their job. Being is used also as a way to conjugate the verb be. And that is all for today. My name is A.K. Francis, and this is from the Lingual Global Academy. You can see our social media handle and website on the screen. See you next class.